Stay back. I'm not catching whatever's on your head.
Okay, welcome to the next review, and that is going to be Avowed for the Xbox Series X and S, and PC, and more probably the PS5 in the future. So, what is Avowed? Well, it's set in the Pillars of Eternity universe, and I have absolutely no truck with that whatsoever. It's unknown to me. It's like a turn-based Baldur's Gate style game. Cool, I'm all for that, that's fine. If you like that sort of thing, I'm not the biggest fan of turn-based. So it's nice that they make games in the same universe that might be interesting to me, or you, or both of us, or all of us that don't necessarily want to play the turn-based titles, so we get these action-adventure titles instead. And this one is called Avowed. Set in the Living Lands, and you are some envoy to this emperor douchebag cockerino, and you've been sent, and there's like political, what's the word here I'm looking for, political unrest. The people are not happy. They're like, oh, they've invaded their, like, you know, the story, you've heard the story about a million fucking times. About a million times before, and then you come across this gemstone, and it gives you a flash of a future, or a possible future. Basically, the start of the game's just Mass Effect, only a fantasy version. Made by Obsidian, so it's not too far away from a big RPG maker type studio like BioWare, for instance. Only Obsidian, I think they've got a better track record with gamers and gaming at the moment than BioWare. Outer Worlds, Fallout New Vegas, other things that I don't know, but that's really it. This and Outer Worlds 2, whenever it decides to rear its jobby head. I hope it's good, because I've seen a lot of critical things about this, and I'm like, oh, the Avowed's pish, it's pure pish, and I'm like, why is it pish? It plays better than Skyrim. It's not as good as Skyrim, it's better than Skyrim in a lot of ways. Plays better, combat's more fun, combat's more varied. Not only do you get, like, your swords and shields, you get wands as well, and grimoires that will spit ice and fire at people, and you'll get your double-handed claymores and your battle axes and battle hammers to turn people into paste, and you get funny-looking spider things to fight, and it's just, it does feel kind of MMO-ish a little bit, but I really dig it. I really dig it, man. Motherfucking shit. Then you can have wee things to select your characters, and you can have all kinds of characters. I'm a god-like, so I've got things growing out my head. And like, what god do you belong to? Oh, I don't really know. So he seems to have some sort of unknowing origins, which is, mysterious and all that shit, you know what I mean? We do like a wee bit of mystery here over at Craggs Gaming. We do like a wee mystery. Sometimes don't unveil that mystery, because usually they make an arse of it, and I hate it. So you can do that. You can go a man or a woman, or something in between, a squid-like thing maybe. I don't know, I didn't really investigate too hard. I was actually kind of preparing myself not to like this too much, but then I'm like, actually, it's rather spiffy. I really quite like it, and I've been enjoying it a hell of a lot more than I thought I was going to. So that's good, because I bought it. I didn't get it through Game Pass. I paid money for it. I didn't pay £70 for it like an absolute chud. Haha, no. I went and bought it from another shop for £43. You could argue that that's still no great, but it's better than 70, right? I mean, come on, fucker. Anything's better than 70 quid. No game should be 70 quid. So if you're going to ask me, oh, do you think this is worth 70 quid? No. And I say that for any title. I think the closest I've paid 70 quid was about 60. That's the closest I've ever shelled out for a game. 60 odd pound, £58, something like that. Even then I'm like, are you feeling alright? What's the matter with you? Anyway, so you get finisher moves in this game as well that are quite fun. They're little animations where you'll stab something in the eye and then punch its face in. Then you can paste it all over again with a giant double-handed warhammer. Fun. And then if you get fed up with that, or you're not doing that much damage, you can, like, I'm going to rip out my wand and I'm going to rip lightning. Actually, when it comes to, like, the way the classes and that work, it reminds me of remember that Dark Messiah Might and Magic game? Remember that? Kind of like that. The Xbox version, you were just one character and you chose your classes. I know you get different characters in the PC, but the way this is set up, it reminds me of that. So the combat is kind of like Dying Light, not Dying Light so much, but more Dead Island. It's weighty. You can feel there's oomph to when you hit something, and you'll get companions with you, and just like Mass Effect, you can tell them to do things like attack this chub, attack that walloper, and it's pretty fun actually. I don't think it's terribly long. I haven't finished it yet. Okay, full disclosure, I've played it for about 6 or 7 hours maybe, but I've not finished it. And that's just because I don't have all the time in the world. I know you could say, why are you releasing this video now? You're an absolute twat. It's like, because I want to. I want to jibber jabber jobby about games, and I'm liking this. So, you know, you can like it or you can lump it. I don't care if you like what I have to say. Right! Good. Anyway! What was I saying? Aye, you'll get wee camps. You can upgrade your shite at. It's good. Aye, and you'll have conversations with your teammates, and they'll talk to you while you're doing things, and they can be quite humorous. And yeah, the game's just very satisfying. Very satisfying, very nice. Looks good. Could run a wee bit better. I'll concede that. Its frame rate's a bit jonky, shall we say. But I think if you've got Game Pass, definitely check it out, because, well, you might as well. You're paying for the service. So I'd played just about everything except sports titles. If I had Game Pass, I had it for a while, but I don't really care for it all that much. I don't think it's doing the video games manufacturers much favours, especially when you can make bangers like, well, people say it's a banger, Hi-Fi Rush, and then it's like, oh, it was very successful. Have your company shut down. You're like, what? What you fucking all about, son? You're off your head. So I mean, it's good for the consumer, but I don't think it's so great for the companies. And unfortunately, if that continues and they continue losing money, everything shuts down and nobody gets any games. Do you know what I'm on? Anyway, I've had enough. See you later. Good night. Get out of you.
Probably some noble who